What's up, everyone? Slasher Movies here, and sorry for the sickness in my voice. I am indeed sick, but you know what's also sick? Kong Skull Island. In Kong Skull Island, a group of scientists and soldiers are on their way to Skull Island to prove that monsters exist, and as soon as they arrive, they meet the king himself, Kong, and Kong smashes all their helicopters down to the ground. But as soon as they hit ground, they realize that it might not be Kong they should be fearing, but the monsters on the islands themselves. If they want to survive, they might actually need Kong himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Kong Skull Island is a rousing, fun blockbuster. I had so much fun watching this movie. This movie definitely feels like it's coming from the minds of 12-year-old boys. It has this sort of fun energy and masculinity where it looks pretty and everything looks pretty, and they're all in superhero stance that you just go for. You know, this is a dumb movie, but it's a fun dumb movie, and I love the action set pieces. I think Kong himself is the best thing about this movie. I love that this movie gets to Kong early on. You know, a lot of people felt like it took too long to get to Godzilla and the Godzilla reboot, but we get to Kong pretty early on in this film, and I love that about this movie. Kong is visceral. His first moment where you meet him, that action set piece is my favorite. It's just so much fun. The reason we go to see Kong Skull Island is because we want to see a monster movie, and as a monster movie, this movie delivers the goods, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely a movie that is worthy of being seen on the biggest screen possible. Now, in terms of issues with the movie, I feel like as a movie itself, it's pretty dumb, and it has some terrible dialogue. I mean, the script really lets this movie down for the actors in this film. I mean, the dialogue that they have to say at times is just really bad. I mean, there's a moment where Brie Larson's in a graveyard and she has to say this line, and it is just poor delivery. And as much as I love Brie Larson, John Goodman, and Tom Hiddleston, they're pretty underutilized in this movie. Matter of fact, everyone is. I mean, the supporting cast, honestly, are far more interesting than the main, and they're supporting, so they're not in this movie as much, particularly Toby Kebbell, who's a great actor, who's just completely underutilized in this movie, in my opinion. But despite flimsy characters and terrible dialogue, it's Kong that we go see this movie for, and Kong delivers the goods. I mean, the action is just so great. It's so visceral, so in your face. The direction is clear and crisp. The cinematography is popping with so much color. I mean, it borrows very heavily from films like Apocalypse Now, but I just love the pacing of this movie. There's a lot of like late 70s rock music. Overall, Kong Skull Island is a big, dumb monster movie, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun. Sure, the script is problematic. It has terrible dialogue and very flimsy characters, but when you go to see a monster movie, this movie delivers as a monster movie. And make sure you stay to the end of the film, because the post-credit scene will get a lot of people talking. I'm very hyped about it. As the score goes, I'm going to give Kong Skull Island a 3.5 out of 5. There you have it, you guys. That was my sick review of Kong Skull Island. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this movie. And until next time, I'm a slasher movier, and you guys have just been slashed.